definitely recommend the nipple waters. We've used them for quite a while now. The alternatives just fill with muck, whether it be wood shavings in the brooder or mud and manure in the field. The nipple waters here work very, very well, even with these little birds. We have them in a 5-gallon bucket out by the coop. When they're out free range, and they'll come and get that. And then in the brooder, we just use these little leftover juice bottles because they work very well. The birds just peck at the little shiny thing and get the water. From the first day old, they don't need anything else. They can't drown in this. It doesn't make a mess. Their water, you don't have to fill up their water as often because it's not ruined as much. So you can keep a liter, so 2 liter of water for a few days, depending on how many birds you have and whatnot, what have you. But I highly recommend them. I'll put a link somewhere. But super easy to use. You just drill a little hole, screw it in, fill it with water. We've used them through the winter. They will freeze a little bit, if the whole bucket freezes, but you put a heater in the bottom. They're small enough that the water, as long as the water's not frozen, they'll be able to get it out. We haven't had issues with that. As long as the bucket isn't frozen. We have them in the bottom of a big 15-gallon drum in their old brooder that we'd use, and that worked really well. You'd only have to fill it up once a month, depending on the season again. In the heat of the summer, they go through a lot more water, and then in the dead of winter. But for the most part, they do just fine. And this one's pretty low, and they just, go down, they get a little drink, and they raise their head up and drink it. They have no problem taking turns. When they get to be a little bit bigger, we've got another one of these we'll put in there, but when they're little like this, they can easily have 4 or 5 birds per nipple, and that does just fine. Even when there's one available, they prefer to get whatever somebody else has.